Hi guys, I wanted to share some of the horrible and bad haircuts that Roxie had over the years while I was learning to cut her hair. I have to say in some of them she looked like she worked at Jenna's Snow Cone and Tattoo Emporium. But you know, it is what it is. I can cut people's hair and now I can cut doodle hair. But come in here and watch and laugh with me. So some of you may ask, why did Roxie get bad haircuts and Paris and Bougie always have beautiful haircuts? There's one. Does she not look like I used a hand blender to cut her hair? I mean, that poor baby. I always got the top just so short. I try to watch groomer videos and they always just went right down the top of the head, so I thought I should do that. And look at her poor, she's nothing but bones and sprigs of fur sticking up, bless her heart. It says Roxie's first trim, and I bet she was in the bedroom crying into her pillow after she got that done to her. But, you know, you can't really tell how short the top of her head is there, but she definitely had another one of my haircuts then. And I used to have a license. I was a licensed beautician, and I can cut hair, but I didn't know how to cut doodle hair. And there's the sheriff of Tombstone. I've shared this before. He got to pet Roxie when she had one of those horrible haircuts. See the top? I don't know really. The only thing that ever looked really bad on her was her legs looked like they were all bone and blood veins. And then the top of her head was just that big lump, that doodle bump that gets on top of their head. But you know, she never did mind. She never did say nothing to me or cry or, you know, threaten to move out or anything. She just took it in stride. And you know, Bougie and Paris, they go to a groomer, but there's many reasons. I want them to learn to behave at a groomer. I want them to, there's another one where she had the flat head. I think she did in all of them, actually. But anyway, I want them to go to the groomer. I want them to look beautiful. And I can make Roxie, look at that haircut. Look at those ears. On the bottom of her ears, she had all this hair, and she had no hair at the top of her ears. She looks angry when you say, she's looked like, I tell you right now, I'm suing you if you cut my hair again. It's a wonder she didn't sue me. But I do really good on her hair now. I just didn't know how to do it before. I'd cut around her eyes and it'd just make her look meaner. And her poor little feet was all fuzzy. But her legs and the top of her head always looked awful. See, and the more curls she got, the more flat I had her head. Bless her heart. She could get a job anywhere like that you didn't have to worry about style. She'd have to have some piercings and a little bit of green across the top of her head. She'd fit in really well. So there's another one where I just souped up her head and left her legs all lumpy with blood veins showing. Poor baby. She's been to a groomer one time when I broke my leg, and she looked good, but that groomer did something to her and made her hate to be around anybody, so she wouldn't let me do her face for a long time. But there's another one. This went on for years. I'd say by the time she was 2.5 years old, she started to get lined out, see? And every time Pet Dad, see there her ears were short, Pet Dad would say, why are you cutting her ears so short? I said, hey, pick your battles. I'm just trying to get her hair to be all one length. Look at that. She looked like she had a pixie haircut. Bless her heart. Her mom was awful. But there, she said, it's okay. See, she's cutting her eyes at me saying, that ain't as good as you can do, but it's better than it was, you know. She was thinking of getting a tattoo at this point because she just didn't fit in with the cool kids. But now that is one of her good haircuts. She had the teddy bear feet. Her ears were growing out. Now her ears are super grown out. And she looks good. But, you know, in the winter, I let her hair get a little bit longer. If she starts getting ear infection, I do trim her ears short. But I don't make her look like that anymore. Now, right there, she's saying, I love you. And then she's grabbing the cover, which is Roxie's typical behavior. Another good haircut. I made clean feet on that one because she had mats in her feet. There she is again. She's like, Mom, look at my head. It's not flat, okay? And my ears don't look like that normally. That's a good haircut she had. That's, again, another recent one where I let her grow out to get to where she'd be warm for winter. But now I got to give her an August haircut anytime, and I'm going to have to cut her down short, but hopefully not shave her. There's a pretty recent face picture. She preferred to have the furnishings on her face that time, so I left them. And there's Boo right behind her laughing at her because, you know, her haircuts are hilarious. But, I mean, at this point, I have everything I could ever need to cut her hair, and I know how. But I still have anxiety over it because I never know what in the world I'm going to do to her. That's Petey's cage, and all that stuff in the bottom is his daily seeds. He rakes out most of his seeds, puts them in the bottom of the cage, and then plays with his girlfriend in there and looks at himself in the mirror all the time. But Pete's been with me for 27 years, and yes, he talks, and yes, he screams sometimes. And my family doesn't like how he screams, but he don't scream when he's around me. He just knows they're going to cover him up if he's loud, and they cover him up because he's loud. But I love him, and that's it. There's Boo, had a fresh haircut. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm looking around to see. I'm looking for Paris, probably. See, her and Boo go to a groomer because I can't. I mean, it takes me 3 hours to groom Roxie. I can't do 3 dogs like that in one day, and I wouldn't do as good as KC does with her. She's beautiful when she does her. And Roxie, I'll do good with Roxie. And matter of fact, next time I trim her hair up, I'll try to take a good picture and put the date on it. But she looks fairly good now. I mean, but I'm serious. At the first of this doodle thing, this poor baby, she always had a flat head and her legs was lumpy, or they was shaved so close that you could see all the blood veins in them. She just was hilarious, as you saw in the pictures. But I suppose I'll stop making fun of her now and just smile at her and say, I'll try to do better next time, Roxie. Please don't, you know, take me to court and go to a new home. And there she goes in the house. See, she's good. She's just got thick hair now, and I don't like her being out this heat. You can see I overdid it a little bit with the grass killer. I don't like to weed eat, just like I don't know how to cut the top of a doodle's head. But I just thought we'd have a little bit of fun with these videos, you know, just a little short video, and let you guys see the times that I've messed this poor baby up. I mean, she would go around here with her hair looking so bad, and I didn't take a lot of pictures because I was too ashamed of it. Now, here is Paris. She climbed up my bed the other night after I'd gone on all of them trips to 4 states, and she'll get my ears and, like, whisper in them, and then I'll do it to her. And she got up there and was laying on my shoulder doing that. I couldn't believe she was doing it because Roxie gets super jealous when Paris or Bougie, either one, want to get in my bed. But I was watching TV, and I was letting them run around in the house because they had been in their crate while I was running around doing all those errands and stuff. I was gone like 6 hours, but they did really good. I've just laid in there watching YouTube. Hint, hint, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. And also, speaking of horrible hair, look at mine, you know, or don't look at it, one. I don't know what I was saying to the camera. No telling. I was probably already talking to it. But I'm talking again, so you don't have to pay attention to it this time. The main goal is notice Roxanne's hair. And notice that when I get mine balled up on top of my head, whether I'm in bed or not, that's good enough for me. Oh, I tell you, I'm in a silly mood. I just wanted to make videos about Roxanne and Have Hair Will Travel. That's the name of her show. Bad haircut day, bad hair day. Roxie the Bouvier's day off instead of Ferris Bueller, because she gets a day off, she gets that hair chopped. Anyway, next time it'll be better. Have a great, great evening. I hope you enjoyed this second video, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys.